Youcan Deed Maneuver 104. Youcan 104 Alpha is an infected paranoid schizophrenic test subject on the run. She was the first to undergo Test 104, a mysterious and harrowing experiment conducted as part of the broader testing program. This initiative aimed to develop a replicable magical procedure to create super soldiers capable of defending the Glalo nation against the hive mind invasion. Test 104 focused on implanting a magical conduit directly into the subject's brain, theorizing that this would enable the user to wield magic without adverse effects. However, the experiment went disastrously wrong. The procedure resulted in the loss of Youcan's left eye and left her life permanently altered. Before the age of 16, Youcan believed academic success was her ticket out of the testing program. She worked tirelessly, striving to secure the overseer's favor and outperform her rival, Lunchman 2. She resorted to bullying Lunchman to dissuade his competition, but her efforts were futile. Despite her academic achievements, she was subjected to Test 104. After the experiment, Youcan began experiencing severe symptoms: throbbing headaches, paranoid delusions, and persistent hallucinations. The first of these hallucinations was a shadowy entity she called Youcan. Over time, the mushroom implant in her head began to grow spots, an ominous sign of infection. When the overseer examined her condition, it was revealed that Youcan had been infected by the hive mind, which was now disrupting her brain function. She was secretly marked for execution, a task her rival, Lunchman 2, gladly undertook. However, Youcan narrowly escaped his assassination attempt, guided by a mysterious voice in her head that urged her northward. The hive mind's infection of Youcan was a calculated tactic. As a former insider, she possesses crucial knowledge about the Glalo nation's capital, its defenses, schedules, security protocols, and even how to breach its gates. If the hive mind can extract her memories, it will gain everything it needs to launch a large-scale invasion. Youcan is deeply anxious and constantly paranoid, convinced that those around her harbor malicious intent. Her paranoia is particularly acute at night, when she spends hours pacing and checking on others to ensure they are asleep and not plotting against her. Despite her mental health struggles, Youcan has a sharp, logical mind, an ability she developed under the overseer's rigorous training. This logical approach is her primary coping mechanism, helping her distinguish between reality and delusion. To manage her condition, Youcan takes 15 milligrams of aripiprazole daily. These pills are her most valued possession, and she often draws them with halos and wings, seeing them as her lifeline. In her fractured perception of reality, Youcan believes her schizophrenia is not a mental illness but a parasitic implant placed by the hive mind. She personifies this illness as Youcan, a shadowy, distorted version of herself. Youcan serves as a scapegoat for all her struggles and failures. Her mantra, "This isn't me, this is just Youcan making a fuss again," is a constant refrain in her efforts to make sense of her condition. Although she tries to ignore the voices in her head, Youcan often finds herself arguing with them, her frustration escalating into spiraling monologues. These moments frequently end with her physically snapping herself out of it, sometimes by slapping herself to regain focus. With all the insanity that define her existence, Youcan finds herself increasingly isolated. Others keep their distance, and she in turn pushes them away. Deep down, she believes she is a problem, a stain on the world that would be better off without her. For most of her life, Youcan avoided making choices for herself. She relied on higher-ups to dictate her path, then turned to friends for guidance, burdened by her fractured mind and unstable emotions. But now, for the first time, the choice is hers, and it weighs heavier than anything she's ever faced. Her nation demands her death. Her own mind whispers, die, and the hive mind beckons. Give yourself to us. She knows the stakes. If she lives, her nation may fall, consumed by the hive mind. If she dies, she might buy the Glalo nation just a few more years of safety. What right does she have to choose life when her survival could doom countless others? Youcan's final struggle is not with the world around her, it's with herself. And that's Youcan in a nutshell. Enjoy your Youcaning.
2, good 1, good 3.
Roger, I'll save you like you saved me.
Come on down.
I can't get distracted.
No one could be that well adjusted. I don't want your garbage. We're very sorry for your marriage, but I never believed in this place. No, ours doesn't have a face.
Don't put me in charge.
Did I spray you by accident? Bob. It reminds me of when I played baseball. That's a sincere compliment. You dirty little...